Hello and welcome to Ace Designs 107. I'm Ace in the card pack and you're the kings and queens. Today what I have for you guys is a tutorial in Cinema 4D showing you how you can make a spinning logo or a moving logo, like an animated logo for your videos. So today is Wednesday, and Wednesday's tutorial involves making YouTube graphics. So if I go down to my daily upload schedule on Wednesday, it's a YouTube graphics. So I'm going to show you how you can make a moving logo for your YouTube videos. It's really cool. I don't think there's a single tutorial on YouTube for this. So this is the effect that we'll be making. See this guy Apex, Phase Apex. I don't really watch him, but I know that he has this. So see how he has this little animated logo. And see, he gets his thumbs up and subscribe below. I'll show you how to make this probably next week's tutorial. However, for this week's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you a little bit more complicated effect with this moving one. And also this hollow point here, he's got like this. Please like and subscribe. I'll probably show you how to make that one. And yeah, so please hit the like button because I'm showing you guys these really cool tips to make other YouTube's graphics for free. So it's pretty cool. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to grab up a file logo in Photoshop. I'm using Apex's logo, and I've already got a tutorial showing you how you can make a 3D logo, but basically I'm just going to get rid of the selection and I'm just going to select the logo itself by holding shift and clicking using one tool. And then after I've done that, I'm going to right click, press M on my keyboard, right click and do make work path, do tolerance around 0.2 and then press OK. Then go to file, export, and we're going to export this as a paths to Illustrator. Not that one. Just wait. File, export, paths to Illustrator. And I'm going to make that a work path, and I'm just going to name this logo. That's how you export it. So the second thing that we have to do is grab up Cinema 4D, and we're just going to import this logo and make it 3D, and I'm going to show you how you can do the animation. Now for this tutorial you will need a Lightroom obviously to make things look better, so make sure you go down to the description below. There'll be a Lightroom download link for you guys to use, which the Lightroom I'll be using in this tutorial obviously. And I'm just going to quickly change my render settings 1980 by 1080p and the resolution 300, obviously standard ones, and then we can bump it up later, bump it down or up. So I'm just going to import my logo AI and press OK on that, and we should have something like this. Now obviously it's very rough, but that's fine. I'm just going to hold Alt and I'm going to chuck in an extrude under that one. And before I do that, I'm just going to right click and do shift click all these, connect these all to one path, and then make sure that that path is extruded. Okay, so now I can delete the null, and I should have a logo like this, and probably bump up my movement right up to like 125 maybe, something like 125, press OK. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we have to bring this into our Lightroom. So I'm going to open up my Lightroom, and make sure you go down to the description below because that's where you can find this Lightroom that I'll be using. And yeah, it's not that, it's pretty good Lightroom, so yeah. So I'm just going to import like that. Okay, so now I'm just going to move this one into the Lightroom, something like that. And now I go into the camera, and this is the camera view, something like this. And you drag on one of these textures onto this logo, and you can like render it out, see how it looks. So I think that's okay. So next thing that we're gonna do is we're going to up this one a little bit down, something like that, because it's going to be on the corner of the computer like screen, so it doesn't really matter if it's something like that. Put it on the center. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is I'm just going to compare quickly. So okay, so it's a little bit like this one and a little bit rotated. Okay, So with this extrude, I'm going to press Ctrl C, Ctrl V, hold Alt, and wrap up my atom array. And with this atom array, I'm just going to do severe radius of 2, and I'm also going to drop in a different color. So maybe I'll use a white for this atom array, something like that, and I can render this out, and we should have something really nice coming out on here. So the next thing that we have to do is we have to bring in this to we have to start rendering this, but I'm going to chuck on this curved text onto this. So I'm going to show you how to make curved text. So all you have to do with Cinema 4D is I'm just going to go out of my camera, go to Mograph, Mode Text, and then do the word whatever you like. I'm just going to do subscribe. And then with this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a font. With the font, I will be using America Captain. You guys should have it by now. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go down and download this font. I'll leave it link in the description below for you guys to get this one. And then under the Mograph settings, we're going to go down to the depth, change this a little bit thick to like 60. And that's about it. Now I'm just going to zoom in while adding this wrap. So now once you've got your text like the way you like it, I might add in a color. So I might change the color of this extrude. So I'll do like a yellow, stick with the current theme of his logo. So I'll do yellow for this one. And with the atom array extrusion, I might do a red. Something like that looks better. And with this atom array, you can do signal settings, you can do subdivisions, doesn't really matter, maybe 2, 3, 3, something like that. Okay, so now all we have to do is with this text, we're going to hold Alt and, not just hold Alt, just bring in a wrap and make the wrap a child of the text. Okay, so with this wrap settings, you're going to go down to the width and bump that right up, and also the height. So I like to do 1000, and then with the radius, probably 800, something like that. And you can bump this a little bit down because that's a bit too wide. And for the tension, bump that probably down to like 60 or something like that, and you should have a text like this. Okay, so with the text color, I'll probably use a green, just make it stand out. And then with this one, I'm going to make an atom array, and the atom array is going to have a black on it. So, oh, actually, I might do that on the text. Yep. Okay, so on that, so I'm going to drag up black on that one, and just under the atom array settings, make sure you've got 3, 3. Something like that should work. Okay, sweet. So now I'm just going to go back to my camera view, and I'm going to obviously scale this text down by shift clicking both these. Scale this down, right down. And now I'll click out of my camera and just move that a bit closer to the logo. Something like that, and now go back into my camera, and we can mess around with the things a little bit. So if I zoom in a little bit, now I have it in a position what I like, and you know, it's gonna have good lighting. You can also have like a HDR, what it's called, HDR Lightroom, but I think this one is going to work for me just fine. And I don't like that red on that atom array, I'm just going to drop like that down. And I think I've got something that I like. Maybe drop the rocky texture on that one. Something like that. Probably drop the rocky texture on this one. But it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true. Okay, so now I think I've got the textures the way that I like it. You can continually edit these settings, it's no problem. But the next thing that we have to do is we have to animate this. So you can shift click all these and just make sure you've got everything. Shift click something like this. Move it into the middle of the document. Okay, so now all we have to do is we can group these, so group objects, and under this we'll just do logo and text. Sorry. My way. Let's just charge it. And with the frames, we'll just make it, let's say, 2 seconds. So 2 seconds is 60 frames. If you're doing 2 seconds, it will be 120 FPS. So, but because of most of you probably are doing 30 FPS videos, that's fine. I do 60, but if you do 30, just do 60. So 60 FPS will also chunk down your rendering times a lot. And basically we just have to animate this. So all we have to do is we have to click this little key down here, go down to 30, click this little key, and then move it like this. Click that, and then see it's animated, and then back here, click this, and I'm just going to see the rotation. So we did -6, so we'll just go back to 0. Okay, so now all we have is a simple rotation. And that was really simple, guys. You saw how easy it was to make, and not really anything to do. It didn't change. So apply and then key mark. So whenever you make a new change, always double click this. So make the change and then click it. So now all we have is a little thing going on, and it has to be really slight. You can make the whole logo spin and everything, but I wouldn't recommend that. I did it before and it just was too distracting on the eye, and people I would consider get pissed off a little bit. So something like that. And now you have a spinning logo. So now all you have to do is just make sure that you dead on the camera, because this is important. Just eyeball it, but it has to be really spotty. Something like that. And now we go down to the render settings, and now we go frame from, or just do all frames, so from 0 to 60, and do frame step 1. And under the save format, we're going to go to format QuickTime Movie. Now make sure you have QuickTime Movie installed, and you're going to render it as a alpha channel. And yeah, so just click this alpha channel here. This is what it's going to do with the black background. And with the file, I'm just going to put it under here, render, and you're going to start rendering. Now turn off global illumination. You don't really need that. Just make sure you have ambient occlusion, makes things a little bit nicer, and object blur is quite nice also. So something like that will work. And everything else you can leave it like this. Just make sure you have that alpha channel done with QuickTime. And once you press this render settings, it's going to start rendering this thing out. So it shouldn't take too long to render, but if you got like a nice texture like I do, it's going to take some time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to come back, I'm going to be doing some schoolwork when it's rendering this out, and I'll show you how you can edit this in Premiere, just how you can put it over your videos, and edit it in there. So I'll be back, guys. Okay, so it has finished rendering, but what I would like to say is this quality doesn't look very good. Now that is fine because of, you know, it's just a tutorial, you know, I just need to show you the animation and then show you how you can do it. But this is the difference. This is with anti-aliasing, whatever, I don't know how to say. Anti-analyzing. Yeah, I think I'm correct. And so yeah, this one's with anti-analyzing and ambient inclusion, and this one is without ambient inclusion. So it does take a long time. So see, each frame took like 2 minutes, I mean, so it does take a lot more. And if I just chuck on global illumination, you can see that it does take a little bit of time. So just re-render. Oh, it doesn't take too long, but with the anti-analyzing it does. So that's fine, so I'll just stop that one. So now to put this into Photoshop, into your videos, all you have to do is open up Premiere. I use Premiere for editing my videos. If you use Sony Vegas, that's fine, you can do this the exact same. You can do this with any editing program except for like Camtasia. You need like a proper one to do it with. So So while Premiere Pros are opening, I just want to ask you guys if we can reach 20 likes on this video. Not 20, 50 likes, because I know that you guys can do 20, but even 20 likes would be amazing. But let's see if we could reach 50 likes. So I'm going to press OK on this and just do whatever. Save it wherever. So save it here, go select folder, press OK. And it's really easy. Now for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my output for this first render. I'm just going to use this one. So I'm going to press Ctrl I and I'm going to import my this render and also my render that I just made. And these are just going to slowly import. I'm going to drag this onto my timeline. And it's taken a bit of time, so now it's dragged both of these on, and now with this one it's really easy. So all you have to do is you can grab this, and as you can see that it's clear, so it doesn't work, like it doesn't block anything and it moves in the background clearly. So how awesome is that? So that's a little trick that I've shown you. So I would probably do like a separate tutorial, like a really quick tip. So now all you have to do is you just have to extend this throughout the whole clip. So to do this is you have to duplicate it. So there's no quick way around this, unfortunately. So for the first 2 seconds, but first of all, I'm just going to change the size of this on my document. So all you go to your effects controls, go to motion, and change down the scale and also the position. So in his case, he had it in the corner, so drop it down there in the corner, and also probably a little bit smaller scale. Okay, something like that. So now if I watch this just for 2 seconds, you can see that the animation plays through. But obviously that doesn't go throughout the whole video. So a quick way to do this is if you press Ctrl C, press Ctrl V. Oh wait, if you just re-drag this render on, and then keep on dragging it. Now you're not going to do this throughout the whole video, but what you're going to do is I'm going to show you how you can mass produce really quickly. So you do it a couple of times for a couple of seconds until like 30 seconds. So let's say you drag it, keep on going till 30 seconds. You're not going to do this, especially if you have like a 20 or 40 minute video. That would be just ridiculous. So now you select all these, right click and do nest, and that's going to nest it into a sequence. And now with this nest, you can drag this new nest into here. Drag this new nest into here, right click, select those, and then do nest, press OK, and then you have a new nest, and then do it again, right click and do nest, press OK, now you have a new nest. And then when you drag out this one, and then you right click, do nest, because you can do multiple nests in one nest, if that makes sense. So if I click here, it's C, you can have this one and then nest sequence 1, and then it goes all the way back to 1. So it's really easy. And then right click, do nest, and then go nest, okay. And then what you have is you can do like a 5-minute editing one, but make sure, see how it doesn't do like this, because of when I went down to here. So if I go down to my original one, this one is not changed. So you can change all the editing settings. So when you can do, you can right click here. I think there's just like saying copy settings or whatever. Copy, paste attributes, press OK. And then you can right click and then select all these and do paste attributes, press OK, and then that's gonna go through all, and then that's gonna be edited for all your nests, so you don't have to remake it once. You can just simply edit one and it's gonna go and nest all the others. So that's a really easy way that I like to do it. Other people have their different methods, but nesting's really the easiest way. And then once you've nested like plenty of times, you can make like a 1 hour clip, let's say. So you make just 1 hour clip of this thing just moving, just non-stop, moving non-stop. Render that 1 hour clip under your settings and just render that with no background video, and then you can use that 1 hour clip in your next videos and you won't have to edit it. So let's say I do 1 hour clip of this logo moving in that position all the time, then I just go down to the file, export media and I render it out with the alpha channel, and I'll show you the settings to render that out, and it's really easy. And you can crop this nest down to where you want it to finish. And now what I have is, when you look on my videos, I've got a swinging logo. How awesome is that, guys? I really do hope that I helped you with this quick tip, and if I did, make sure to hit that like button, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people will find this useful. And yeah, you guys make sure that you have a great day, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.